Okay. Right, I am streaming now. Give me one moment. I'm going to just check a few things. Copy. Close. Right, while we're waiting, I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to put a nice pretty picture up for you. That'll do. Okay, probably not the best. Let's try that. There we go. I'm just going to check I'm online and I'm streaming because this is I'm not used to this, but I think I'm all right. So, be with you in a second. Yes, we're on. Okay, so, hi, I'm Boy Wonder. Stu is my real name, and I am an affiliate creative partner with Krea AI. I've just been accepted onto their creative partner program. I think that's its correct title, give or take a few words. I'm not being paid to do this, although I am an affiliate, and there should be an affiliate link in my in the information for the video. And so the idea with this live stream is I've been using Krea AI in its current form for the past week, and I'm really impressed with their Krea 2 model, and I thought it would be nice to come on and stream some playing around, making some mistakes, getting some things right, having some happy accidents along the way. So if you're interested in Krea or the Krea 2 model and its outputs, rather than see cherry-picked things you may see online, or just make some things and go through some creative flow with messing about, really. And that's kind of the idea, really, so that's what I'm going to do. So if we start off in the Krea homepage, when you sign in, you'll see this. This is the home page. This is like, it's similar to the explore function on Midjourney, I would say. So you're seeing things that have been made within Krea, various different models, I think, and this is where you are, and you have all your tools and different ways of working down here. There's a video section. The beauty of it, I've found, is you're on one platform. So if you made something on maybe another platform, and then you wanted to work on it, let's use Midjourney as an example. You have to take that image, come out of Midjourney, download it, copy it, then move it to another tool, Nano Banana somewhere else, whatever, and then your creative flows blocked because of the speed of things like Nano Banana aren't particularly quick. So you've taken it out of Midjourney and then you're back into Gemini or whatever it is, and your creative flow is gone. But with this sort of a platform, which I'm finding really useful, none of that's there, because you don't have to jump out. It's all there. All the models are there. All the editing models are already in here. So you don't have. You can wait for that while those things are rendering. You can jump in, make more images, come back to it, see how it's done, use that as an asset, and so on and so forth. So that's the beauty of a platform like Krea, I find anyway. And they're new. I don't know if it's new, to be honest. I don't know how old Krea 2 is. I know it's just gone open source, so it must have been around for a while. This is probably something I should know, but I don't. It's really good. It's really, really good. And I wouldn't bother doing this video if I thought otherwise. And so, all your tools are on the left-hand side. Here's image. We're going into image making. So this is something I made earlier, and I'm going to show you a rough process. We're going to copy this prompt. So if you click on first things first, so these are sessions. So different images have been made. I'm going to so these are different images. You can see what model I've used here, which is Nano Banana. So this was more of an editing thing, I think. So these are all your sessions. So we're going to go to something that was this was a creative session rather than an editing session. So when you make images, they will all appear in this view here within this session. Tell you what model you used, what parameters, and so on. And so I'm going to copy this. And how you copy this, you just click on the text. That's the prompt. So I'm going to go to a new session. I'm going to use this prompt again because I think it's quite interesting in terms of its complexity and its overall output's quite impressive. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to post something into something else, somewhere else. Let's get. I'll just put something up. Okay, have a look at that. Okay, I was just going into the Krea Discord to have a look for something. I'm going to do. I just need to sort my socials out before I get into this. One moment. Okay, so I'm streaming properly now. Right, so what we're doing, I was talking about Krea 2, wasn't I? It's a really, really impressive image model. And let's make some things. So I'd copied this prompt and I was going to start a new session, wasn't I? Okay. So I'm going to use Krea 2 Turbo. Fantastic. Right. So here's all your models that you can use. There's tons of them. Tons. But we're going to use Krea 2 Turbo mainly for this. Mainly because it's quick. Although the other two models, the medium, large, is that what it's called? No. Yeah, it's medium and large. Aren't too shabby on the speed front either, but the turbo is great in terms of streaming and looking. So let's just get something going, shall we? We're going to paste that prompt. Okay, so there's something wrong with that already. It's not to my liking, which is the aspect ratio. And the aspect ratio is available down here. So I want to do square images. Now, this, as it stands, we're going to have a look at the advanced settings, right? So I want to go to raw. So I've applied no mood boards or stylization to this. Right, so you're getting the raw model. You're seeing it as it is. This is how I interpret this anyway. And one second. Yeah, all good. So yeah, this is the way I interpret it. You are getting with the raw, and none of these settings applied. These are flat. This is the raw prompt, and you're seeing kind of the raw basics of the model. So the speed of it is, I'm going to do 2 generations. Right. There we go. So this is what I'm asking it for. I'm not asking it for anything else. This creativity here it will add a little bit onto the prompt to enhance it or add to it, depending on how you feel. But this is the raw prompt. So if we have a look at it, leather-bound book, low angle of a small group therapy meeting, so on. Anyway, read that. You can pause it later or come back to it. So the leather-bound book isn't there. This is because I think I've got I'm going to take that off. I could put this in. Or 2-page. No, let's just leave it as that. This is basically the image that I want anyway, in terms of its makeup, composition, so forth. It's pretty spot on. So I asked for sort of a racially diverse group. So white Caucasian guy, black guy, I'd guess an Indian, Asian sort of so it's not too bad. And then there's a woman walking on the ceiling, which I asked for. I asked for sort of a sketch of the scene, which is fairly close, not too bad. But I'm happy with this, right? So I'm going to start adding some stylization now to this. This is so our starting point is this. And now I'm going to add some mood boards in. So this is a mood board which I made earlier, and it's called Summer Madness. And the mood board, if you've used Midjourney, it's like, I would compare it to kind of like a scaled down Laura. But it's style mainly. I'd say 95% of it is style, so colour palette and grain and things like that. So it's made up from 43 images. It's called Motel Insomnia. It's made from these blurry, dreamy, sort of urbanish Japanese motel dream thing. So it's made up from this style. So it's going to apply that mood board. So we click on here, and there we are, Motel Insomnia. And if you want to see how much you're adding, influencing the image, here we are. And it defaults to around 23, 24, I think it's 23. So I'm going to use that, and then roughly where it was. I'm going to make 2 iterations of this. It's starting to add that palette, isn't it, from those images, but not massively. So I'm going to turn it right up. Right up. Go full. Yeah. So you can see the difference with this stylisation. So this was, 25%. This was none. I was starting to creep in. This is where all the magic is for me, the happiness side of it. Really cool. Beautiful, actually. So I've added this Insomniacs or Motel mood board. And these are right up. Beautiful. Let's turn it down a bit. Come to 75. Yeah, so the idea of this stream is just to show you Krea 2 as an image model and its quirks, its look, its what it can do, and just a bit of a playground, really, because that's what I get from it. It's lots of happy accidents, and I'm just really, really impressed with it. I'm not saying this because I'm an affiliate. I'm not getting paid to say it. I just think it's really good to use. Okay, so we've turned it down a little bit now, and it's still, these are so pretty. So pretty. Really strange as well. Let's try another. Mood board. So this is Summer Madness, and these are made up of these images which I made, which are a mix between, I would say, painterly style and somewhere in the realms of British urban photography from the 70s and 80s. It's just kind of a blend of that. This style is, as you can see, you can go through the mood board and what the images have contributed to the mood board. So let's go with this. Let's start again, low. And again, it's just a little bit creeping in. Now let's turn it right up. We'll go to 75. You can also type in rather than drag the sliders. 75. And then should generate 2 lots. Really nice. So it has got that, it's sort of, I don't know, people call it painterly. But it's also pretty realistic as well. So it's sort of semi-real. It's really nice. So let's go turn it right up again to 100. Fantastic. Generate. So this is with it right up. Really bizarre, beautiful, beautiful images. This is the sort of model I like. Loads of kind of, what I suppose you term them as happy accidents. But there's a real satisfaction and a bit of a buzz every time I make this. So if we go, so we've made these. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do style transfer. So you can upload an image. I think it takes 4 images of style transfer, or up to 4 images. Or you can select an asset. So we're going to select an asset. And what we're going to do, we're going to select an asset, which is what we started with. So it's blending what we started with the settings that we're on up to now. So we're going to use one of these, and I'm going to use this to 75. There's a slider that comes up for the strength of the style transfer. So this is quite interesting, isn't it? So we're blending the raw output in terms of the image with this kind of output, which are all these parameters that we've put in. So there's like a blend of these 2 styles. This raw output with no stylization, and some of this, which is great. So we changed to a larger model now, the Krea Medium. Hi Erin, just saw you in the chat there. Yeah, I'm just doing a chill out stream. Thought I'd come on and play with Krea. I've got to stop calling it Krea. I've been calling it Krea for ages, so, but now I'm more sociable. I'm hearing people pronounce it correctly, which I think is Krea. Yeah, so I'm going to now, what was I going to do? Yeah, style transfer and use a so we were using Krea Turbo. We're going to go step up to the medium model now with the same parameters. So it's fairly quick too. It's still really quick, the medium model, and so I would say possibly, I don't know if I'm biasing this, maybe the faces are a bit more detailed. These are really lovely, aren't they? Really lovely images. Right, so yeah, it's great. It's really good, isn't it, Erin? I am really impressed with Krea 2. It's given me the same satisfaction that I had maybe a couple of years ago with Midjourney. I still like Midjourney, I'm not going to say I don't, but this is different in terms of the suite because I haven't got to come out of here to edit things. I can do it within there. They're pretty open with their use of models, which is lovely, and that's, you know, what you want at the end of it, decent user experience. So let's try the large model. I hope this music isn't too loud in the background. I make my own music, soundscapes and so on. I just thought I'd have something in the background rather than the sound of silence while things are rendering. Yeah, it's great. So this is the large model. So I'm not too sure what the difference is really. I think as I go on, I'll get to know it. I did see someone on a stream saying that I think he thought that it was on the when Krea were using were doing a stream with the guy called Pers, and they had someone from Krea there, and there was a guy from Comfy UI, which was what it was about. And his experience, the Comfy UI guy, was he thought that the turbo model was more like raw, and then the other two were a little bit more added a bit more in there, a bit more opinionated, a little bit more. So you're getting maybe a rawer thing with the turbo. Okay, so let's add another style in. These are my assets. So everything you make will go into your assets. You can upload files, obviously. I'm going to use that. So it's like kind of like an abstract. Oh, cheers. Thanks for the feedback on the music level. It's really helpful. I was thinking, oh, I hope I'm not deafening people or putting people off. So yeah, so let's use. Go back to turbo. Yep. I'm going to turn down the mood board style. In fact, I'm going to change it back to the Motel Insomnia. So as you're using it, you'll start getting muscle memory. It's not fiddly. I wouldn't say it's fiddly. There's just a lot of options. And after an hour or two, you start building muscle memory. I'm not completely up to speed with it, but I'm starting to feel pretty confident now. So let's use this mood board, Motel Insomnia. The mood boards at this stage, you can only use mood 1, but the style transfers up to 4. Right. So I'm going to turn down this, what we'll call the raw style. In fact, I'm going to get rid of it. Just going to use this one, this object. So I'm expecting some of these textures to come into it rather than the shape. Maybe we'll see. That's the beauty of not knowing. Yeah, it's more the colour palette, isn't it? And there are. That's really nice. That's so nice. this is really hard to make anywhere else, really. God, these are really lovely. Look at that at the back. This is I'm repeating myself, but this is the joy of it. These little surprises, and obviously these little blobs pop up in AI, but you can get rid of them. You can edit them with Nano Banana. So you open up and you're in the editing function when you open the images up. So let's add another style. Let's pick something else. These are quite interesting. So these are like cutaway, exploded views of things with some hands, and they were quite detailed, so I'm going to use that. Right, so okay, I'm not too sure the influence that's had on that. So let's turn down. They're both up really high, aren't they? Maybe that's the problem. One of them were over all the other one. Yeah, so it's more the colour palette, isn't it? That's transferring across. These are great. So, I mean, subliminally, what I'm making these particular images for is for a little ambient music projects I do called Insomniac's Assemble. I'm not promoting that, I'm just telling you what it is, and it's similar to the music in the background now, and it's just a sleep aid thing, and I have the idea of Insomniacs assembling as a group and kind of dreamlike imagery, and this captures that really. I'd go in, edit some things, but also, to be honest, if you're using this as small imagery, this would do me. I'm okay with it. You know, most people who look at your images aren't like us. They're not looking for, you know, huge detail or whatever. It doesn't matter that you can't see this guy's eyes particularly. You wouldn't if you're in that room. This is great. Look at these guys behind here. So to me, this captures kind of the anxiety of insomnia and bad dreams and stuff. But this is also lovely. Yeah, great. So what else can we do? Shall we? Let's just go for another prompt. So I think so all your sessions are on the left. What's this? So this was a project. I think it's a bit overstating. It was a little session that I used earlier that I was doing, and I was trying to create objects that are partially abstract and just pleasing. Now, the idea was that these objects, I would replace people's heads in other images with them in, say, Nano Banana or so on. But you can see with Krea 2 that it's happy doing this kind of abstraction, and it's not simplistic. These images aren't simplistic. A lot of models struggle with this kind of thing to make pleasing images. Yeah, so these were to sort of replace people's heads, the subject, not the whole picture. And that was the idea. So I'm going to use this prompt, same prompt again. And we're going to add to this session. So it was click here, copied, and then paste. So the prompt is spherical, triangular, exploded view of asymmetric, rounded plastic, platinum, and hexagonal sculpture formed from Doppler patterns on an isolated background. Now, why that background isn't massively isolated is because of the mood board that I've applied, which is that Summer Madness one. So this time we're adding a Motel Insomnia mood board, and we're going to turn it to 75, or roughly speaking. I'm going to play with these as well now. Look at this. There you go. Look at that. With that mood board applied. So that's another session in my assets. But I could use this for a number of things. It's just really pleasant to look at. Really, really incredible. I'm just really, really enjoying this model in terms of the feedback I'm getting from input to output, satisfaction or pleasure, whatever you want to call it. Proper little buzz using these. These are really nice. So that was before it. That's with the Summer Madness mood board. This is the Motel Insomnia. God, these are so nice. Really, really impressive. So let's play with some of the other parameters. So the mood board's at 75. I'm gonna leave it on raw because I want to show and want to experience the raw kind of model running in the background rather than adding too much onto the prompt. So intensity is flat and muted, intense and bright, vibrant. So let's turn that right down. Don't know what this will work, how it will mix with the mood board. Not that I'm looking for disappointment. It'd be interesting to see. So I've turned down that intensity. Look at these. I mean, that. I mean, you don't see many images like that. Or what is that? You see that. To me, it's not very AI-like, which I love. It's not generic AI, this model. Obviously, this text is strange. You can remove that easy. These are really, really pretty. Yeah, so it's a little bit flat, I would say. If I was describing it, not in a derogatory manner, or down. And so cool, isn't it, Erin? Really cool. So if we turned, what was it? Oh, I've forgotten what I did. I was that excited by it. Let's turn it right up now. Oh, I've got a problem with my mouse. In fact, we should just type it, shouldn't we? So, the opposite end of the spectrum. I mean, what's going on there? It's different. It's good. Yeah. It's unpredictable. at the moment in a really good way. I'm not too mad about control. These are the sort of things you're as you go on, you'll start to learn what these parameters do, rather than just going, "Wow, look at that," and how they affect things. Right, so let's try another thing. Let's make another one of them. So nice. And then you can, like I said, you haven't got to wait for each turn to go. I think in the plan I'm on, you can queue up 4. So if we do this, I'll click maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's going to come up now. No? 5, 6, 7. All right. So you can go. I'm not going to make too many. But what I really like is the diversity of the images. I'll tell you what's quite interesting. So there's 4. It makes 4, and if you look as we roll these, there's some similarities in the first, the second, the third. If we look down this column, it's not rows, it's a column. Yeah. So that's something we're learning. Okay, what else? What were we going to do? Can't remember. Oh yeah, we're playing with these, aren't we? So let's go flat with that, and we'll knock this complexity up to 35 even. What? Okay. Minus 30. Right, I'm just going to alter my music a bit because it's the sound of it's like children playing the playground somewhere, some field recording. Anyway, back to this. There we go. So this was the complexity turned down, wasn't it? Let's try a different mood board. So this is called TD2. I call these set of images Turquoise Dream. They're fairly surreal and a little bit royal. Quite weird. So we're going to add TD2 to this. Right, okay. Okay, so we didn't add it there. We're adding it now. I'm going to turn the mood board right up. My mouse, I'm having problems with my mouse. Something I would recommend though that I found was don't use the Firefox browser if you use that. I had some trouble with it. I don't know why I still use Firefox. Is that a negative thing? I don't think so. But yes, I'm using Chrome and it's absolutely brilliant. Really good experience. So this was with the Turquoise Dream thing, and the Turquoise Dream mood board has some mechanical elements, and it looks like this sort of pattern palette-wise. God, I really like the fact that these would be really difficult or cumbersome to make anywhere else, and it's just fantastic. I could use these in a lot of projects. They're different assets there. Okay, so let's get on with it. just a bit stunned by some of these images, to be honest. Mood board style, complex. So we're turning the complexity up, and I'm going to turn the movement up. Let's just not mess about. Movement does what it says on the tin. It will, be sort of suggested things that are movement. If you've got people and turn this up, in my experience, some of them will look like they're running. So the complexity has gone up, the movement's gone up. I don't know what the movement's done, to be honest. It's a weird sculpture. It's done something. These are really incredible. It's nice to do this stream because I'm not having to pretend things are good, because it's the writing's there for me. The proof is in the pudding, so to speak, and that's a pretty mad pudding. Really great. Fact. So I think I started to reassess the way I use image generation, and I've made so many pictures in other places like Midjourney and so on that I started to think, why are you making so many things? I'm not using them. So I've started to be a bit more lean in the way I make things now. So I'm looking for a model that gives me things that are usable. So for me, these 8 images could be the next 8 bits of cover art for music projects. I'm not lying when I say I'd be happy to have these on the wall. Upscale, which is available here as well. Let's try a different aspect ratio. So all your common aspect ratios are here. So if you were to have a poster, I guess, for a wall, you would go landscape, portrait, so I might go 4:5. Should we see what the text's like? Yeah, it works better with square, but I think the mood board are mainly made of square images, I'm not sure. Yeah, these are slightly would you say off center? Definitely asymmetric. That's really good. You look at it's really unusual because this looks like a real photo to me. It doesn't look like CGI render, but what is it? Really fantastic abstraction. Let's make a few more. Let's try some different aspects. So that's super wide. Yeah. Absolutely mad. So cool. Right, let's try a different mood board. Go back to that Motel Insomnia. These two are very different, aren't they? So let's come back to. So when you load the mood board in, it defaults back to 23. So I want to go 90. Turn it up. And this complexity of movement. So I'm going to turn down the movement. Yeah, look at these. So cool. That's fantastic. Really love that. God. This is what you want, isn't it, when you're using these sort of things? It's really interesting. So, I'm going to do a style transfer on top of that. Again, you can upload images, select an asset. I'm going to select an asset. Okay, let's use. This might be quite weird. I used a model on here called Z Image earlier, and it wasn't particularly prompt adherent, but it made this really strange text, which I didn't ask for at all. It doesn't mean anything. This cannot be fulfilled. Anyway, it's like on a piece of paper. So I'm going to use that as a style transfer along with that Motel Insomnia. This is what I like. It's like cooking, isn't it? You add in ingredients and so it's that palette that's applied again. Should we try some text on this? Yeah, let's go. Isolated background. I'm going to put. I'm just going to put text. Right, text. Sign or neon sign. Let's go neon sign and neon sign. Krea 2. Krea 2. See how it handles text. So I know it's quite good at text, but with the oh yeah, it's worked. It's worked. I wasn't too sure how that was going to go then with the mood boards and the style transfer. But I mean, I'd be happy, as an affiliate or creator, using that as a promo for what this model does. And look at that. I just find that, oh God, it's really impressive. It's really, really impressive. Oh, don't know where that's going. That's involuntary phallic symbolism. Let's say it looks like a finger or a neck with a hat on. Let's do it again. I'm interested in this. Let's get some different aspects. Square. Really cool. This is so non-generic. And that's what you want. It's its own thing, isn't it? I could do this all day. I think I'm going to. I hope you don't mind. If you do, I'm sure you can find something else to do. But this was the idea I had. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do to start with, and I just thought, well, I've been thinking, what am I going to post for this creator program, and I thought, I can put a few pictures up I've made, but I thought I'd rather just show the sort of working process or experimentalism. That's another asset. I think it goes back to the start of this project, I think. Is that right? Let's go back up here. Yeah, I think so. Session. I mean, we've been here around 55 minutes, and we've been in this session, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. And look at everything that I've made. Just fantastic. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to take, because this is something I know you can do. I'm going to get rid of the prompt. And I'm going to use, so this was no prompts, just the parameters, the mood board, everything else. I'm sure this works. Yeah, let's see what it comes up with. Yeah, so this is just the mood board, and right, let's get some style in here. I'm going to load a few up. You can see I'm getting quicker as we go, and this is what will happen. It's so like kind of fun, nice to use, that you don't mind to start with, like, where are things, where's this, where's that. It's pretty intuitive, but there's a lot there, and I think the fun of using it, you start to build memory up. It's like learning without learning, sitting down to learn. So anyway, so if we go back, yeah, I'm going to use this as like a bit of a collagey thing, and then I'm going to turn that up. Let's just try this. No prompts. Turbo. Really cool. I like this. What's he doing? He's got his strange camera there that his Uncle Roger bought him for Christmas one year, and he's finally getting to use it. And what is he doing? I'm going to take a photo of a glass of strawberries. I'm going to wait until my wife's gone to bed. I'm going to put my pajamas on. I'm going to have some fun. That's what that suggests to me. And that's the beauty of doing things like this. If you make these kind of images, your head starts making little narratives. Okay, so let's add another style transfer. Is it that one? Yeah, okay. So this was a image that I used to make some of those spherical sculptures. This was like the raw output of Krea before I started using mood boards onto those structures. Let's do this. God, it's warm here. Now, here we go. Here we go. What is that? I mean, hello, mate. But that's quite AI generic in terms of face, but it doesn't matter. It's not the model. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to use just that. No prompts. Yeah, look at these. Madness. Should we do start frame to end frame video with one of these? I quite like. I think I'm going to use this as a start frame and that as an end frame. I'm going to use cling. So here's your example. I haven't got to jump anywhere else. I haven't got to save these images. I can just use them. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to go to video. I could go from that image to create video, but I'm just going to do it from here. So I'm going to choose cling 2.6 because it has start frames and end frames, and I'm going to use these. So they were the two last assets I think I made. Do you know what? I think I'm not going to use them. I'm going to use some of these abstract shapes. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to choose an end frame. No. Select asset. I don't want to upload. So what? I forgot what. I forgot. And this. So what I would like for Krea to do is I can't. As soon as I click on this, it adds it. I would like to have a bigger view because I can't see these too well. I'm familiar with what I've just made, but it would be nice. So I think. Oh, is this a different? Yeah, they're two different ones, but fairly similar. I'm just going to say. I don't know. I'm just going to. I'm going to do the same. I need to put a prompt in, don't I? Okay. I'm just going to put morphing transition. Morphing transition. 5 seconds. That'll do. Right. So that's starting. So now that's going. Let's go back to last session. Was it this? I think. No. Oh, that's video, isn't it? So these are your video sessions. If you're in the video tab, these are video sessions. So if you have a look at these, these are something I made earlier. Yeah, so these are start frame to end frame. I think this was Sea Dream. And then this one. Look at that. There's your nan. And here's my nan. With some French police force. And the American. Oh, it's obviously your nan because he's American, if you're American. And my nan. Because I'm French? No, I'm not French, but anyway. There you go. So that's a couple of videos I did. So let's go back to the image and we'll come back to. So what was the last thing we worked on? Was it the sculpture? Yeah, so back to that's the last session you were on. So you go back into all this. This is something you can't do on Midjourney. You just can't do it. It's mad they don't implement things like this. Anyway, so let's do something else. Let's make some different images. So we try. Okay, so these are made with another mood board I made. And that mood board is called Surreal Geographical Blueprints. And those images are these. So these Krea people, if you're watching, I think these need to be bigger view. I don't think. It's quite complex, isn't it, this UI? It works though. But I can see can see what these images are. So that's the mood board. So I'm going to, let's go back to the last session. Let's use that prompt, copy. Let's go back to the session that we're just in. And we're going to use this prompt and that mood board. It's quite a strong look, isn't it? I'm gonna, yeah. So it's got that within this prompt is some similarities to these images, which will help with that mood board. And I'm gonna go to square output. I'm gonna go to turbo. Let's make a few of these. Yeah, so this was the one with the neon light, wasn't it? Neon sign. That's pretty mad, isn't it? Completely different. Let's go, let's turn this mood board style up. So it defaults to 23. I don't know if there's a setting where you can set your own default settings, but anyway, that's just something worth, let's go for it. Complexity and movement. Here we go. So that's that mood board, isn't it? Coming in full effect. Exploded, cut away. Look at that. So let's go to the large model. I think actually the medium one. I think I've got a LoRa change. I haven't trained many LoRas. In fact, I think I've only done 2. I'm really familiar with mood boards, but this one is similar to the Insomniac's mood board that we were using earlier, which are these images. Similar to that. Those aren't the images I made it with, but that's the sort of output we get. So there's a sense of familiarity with that to what we've been doing, and this new mood board. So we've got a LoRa, you can use up to 5, and let's just go for it. So it's medium, it takes a little bit longer, not a lot there. But we can keep going, can't we? We can just keep going. Go to so there's your models. I think I'm on Flux Klein now. I just want to use Krea, to be honest. Let's use the turbo for speed. Oh, once you put the turbo on, the LoRa goes. Krea medium. Okay. It's defaulted again to 23, hasn't it? 1 second, I've just knocked something off my microphone. Excuse me, it's my pop shield. I think things are expanding in the room. It's very hot. Okay, so let's turn the LoRa up. Yeah, we've got, and I'm getting a bit lost. Oh yeah, everything's turned up. So you can get rid of this by really cool, really cool. I mean, for me, oh, that's pretty mad. It's really good, isn't it? That excuse me, this sort of abstract shapes and so on. Beautiful, in fact. So I'm going to take this mood board off. Okay, let's come out of it and do something less abstract. Glass sphere with rabbit. Oh, this is quite mad. So this is an interesting prompt. Okay, copy. So, I say less abstract, in a sense. Everything will be representative of something. Okay, so this is, I'm going to get rid of this low angle thing. Shots of silver apes driving gold cars on the left, and in the centre is a giant yellow windmill with a huge open doorway. Through the doorway is a repeat of the scene as gold fluid flows from triangular holes at the top of the image. Men in suits and pentagon masks walk at the bottom of the scene. So let's go to turbo. I feel this needs some turbo speed. No mood boards on this. So yeah, I think I'm getting a feel for what happens when there's no mood boards. That's kind of the raw. It's got all So let's just have a look at that in terms of respect to our parameters. Loads of movement, complexity, intensity. So the thing that stands out for me in these with these parameters is the movement. There's loads of movement and energy. So let's turn that down. Don't forget this is the raw Krea 2 without the stylize. My mouse is terrible. Naught. Flat. Okay. And then I'm going to go minus 50. I don't know what that would do, to be honest, minus 50. Because maybe naught would be static. Okay. It's just static, isn't it? I guess. But look at that. There's a lot going on in those, isn't there? So let's get mood boards going. Let's go for childhood dreamscapes. Did I say about this? These images that I made this board with are sort of influenced by when I was a child. And I used to dream about these a long time ago. These kind of what you would call like a liminal space now. But it was all boats and animal fish tanks and things on the boats, and that's what it was. So that's what this represents. But it'll just be colour palette, and we need to turn that up because it's defaulted back to 23. Cool. Yeah, here we go. Let's make a few of these. We'll go back to that video now as well, because that will have been made. Was that? That wasn't the last one, was it? Urban assets, I think. Video. Yeah, it's made it. Let's have a look. I just said morphing transition, didn't I? Between those two shapes. So it would be interesting to see what a model like Seedream does with that. But it's still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Okay. So shall we have a quick look at this again? I don't know if you can hear the sound on that. Pretty mad. Right, that's Seedream. This was I'm getting lost now. Image, what were we doing? Let's go back to where we were. Yeah, we're going to look at these, weren't we? So this was those apes with the mood board. Beautiful. So I said through in the prompt, through the open doorway is a repeat of the scene, and that's what you're getting. So you could send, maybe with a image video model like Seedream, which is available via Krea, you could send a fly through, or like infinite scenes of this scene. It's fantastic. So good, so good. Don't know what's going on there. Look at these guys. So what's that there? What's the parameters? Complexity, intensity. Anyway, so I think as far as a stream goes, I'm gonna finish up now. I want a break, and I'm just really happy with what I've produced. I don't feel like I'm going to tell you my experience of using Krea is mainly at the moment the Krea 2. I don't feel like there's much time being wasted with it. I'm sitting here, I'm happy with what's coming out, really happy, and that's what you want to look for. You don't feel like you're fiddling about to get a good picture, because these are really incredible, man. Really, really pleased with this. Okay, so I'm going to shoot off now. If you like what you've seen and you want to have a go, there's an affiliate link there in the description, and I'll get a small cut of the money. But if you feel that's not right for you, don't worry. Go through the website itself. It's up to you. I'm not here to promote, really. There's an element of that, but I'm just really happy with using it, and I want to share how good this is, because it really is. Really is. Right then, I'm going to go back to, before I go, the sculpture page, because this is where I'll got quite a lot of joy out of this today, I think, more than anything. Are these abstract shapes. Okay, so let's find something. Just have one last look before I go. Spoilt for choice. There we go. Let's look at that. These give you a real sense of what Krea AI can do. Okay. So I think we're going to finish there. Okay, fantastic. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever you want to do. I'm just happy to share this new model. I think I'm going to do this tomorrow as well. Think about a new project, maybe. So there you go. I'm Boy Wonder. You can call me Stu. If you're on Discord, it's up to you. On the Krea Discord, get yourself in there. Some nice people. So far, anyway, I haven't had any grief. Obviously, my affiliate link's there, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Thanks, Erin. I'll see you around, man. Let's end the stream. You are free.